said, I'm Cheryl Nyhoff, and I handle the finances and HR for Dagwood Conservatories. Each of the 5 areas of the 530 grid, marketing, pre-sales, the sale, servicing, and client for life, are essential to the overall success of our company and most importantly to the sales process. I'm not a salesperson, so how am I going to be able to talk about converting prospects faster using the 530 grid, especially the golden triangle, which is the 6. So who can I use as an example? I only have my own personal experiences to go from and could only come up with one person to use as an example as a great salesperson. Some of you may even know him. Can anyone take a guess as to who I may be referring to?
Mark.
Not Mark.
Alan?
Hint, he's in the Bible.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. He's going to be my guide into the sales world. Jesus was able to find his followers, give them his message, track those he converted and didn't, get others to help him, and was able to close the deal. In my humble opinion, he even did it quickly. Let me see if I can relate how my sales expert can translate into today's sales world. So we go to identifying targets. Who did Jesus want to convert? Did he choose to help those that were healthy or those that were sick to tell his message to? So how does this relate back to your business when you need to choose your targets? Do you choose the customer that wants and needs your product or the one that is semi-interested? Which one do you choose?
Wants and needs. Wants and needs the product.
Yep. So I'm not a salesperson, but I would choose that too. So box 2, develop and deliver a message. Jesus had a powerful message that did not change from one person to the next. He used many different parables to convey the same message. So, as Kevin noted this morning, have you come up with a vision for yourself, for your company? Does your team members know your vision? Going even further, how about your prospects and your customers? Once you have developed where you want to go with your company, let everyone know. This is what Tanglewood's doing at home today, is coming up with their life visions. Box 3, or right here. Track 100% of leads. How important is it to track all your leads? I might say, jumping up and down important. Jesus didn't have the technology that is available today, but he tracked them. So you are one up on him. What do you use now to track your leads? I'm not a salesperson. How do you track your leads?
Excel spreadsheet.
Are there any programs out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can share what kind of programs there are. So my suggestion is to find the best method that works for you and stick with it until you can see you need to tweak it and make it even better. Next is box 4, ask key questions. Jesus asked many questions that often were tough to answer in my opinion. Some of them are, can any of you, by worrying, add a single moment to your lifespan? Can you drink the cup that I'm going to drink? What do you think? No, I didn't just come up with that. Jesus asked that one many times. So what are your key questions? Do you already have them in your mind? Can anybody give me a key question that they use? And go ahead.
Why did you say that?
Okay. Anybody?
What's your biggest challenge?
Okay.
What were you hoping we could do for you? What are you looking for?
Good. And if you use the Jesus question as what do you think, and somebody says to you, I don't know, they didn't answer it. So you say to them, I didn't ask you what you know, I asked you what you think. So turn it back to them.
Oh, wow.
Next is implement 10 plus strategic strikes. Jesus outdid himself in these areas. He had 12. He used his disciples to go out and spread his word, even giving them the power to heal. How can you empower your sales team members to go out and make those critical strikes for you? My idea is to show them the 530 grid. to help them be consistent instead of being on a roller coaster with their efforts. So next one is group people and messages. How many times did Jesus gather thousands of people to deliver his messages? I think he got his message across because after each time he shared, his audience grew in leaps and bounds. Can you come up with some ideas to gather many prospects together to get your vision out in one fell swoop?
Technology.
Technology, yes. What else?
Social.
Social media.
Group
Mine would be have a party.
What was the one before that? I didn't get the one right before that. The one before that one that you said?
Implementing the 10 strikes? Or would
Yeah, that's what
Okay. Next is box 7, ask for referrals. If your product and your team members resonate with your customers, why not ask for referrals? Looking back at my sales expert, he didn't really have to ask for referrals because his actions spoke volumes and his prospects came running to him. If your creation is really great, I respectfully think asking for a referral would be your next step in the process. What is holding you back from asking for referrals? Anybody?
Remember to ask.
Is that comfortable?
Comfortable?
Sometimes we just forget.
Okay. Go ahead.
Seeing that they have, the prospect actually has value enough to think, yeah, I would like to give you a referral, to making sure that they see that value.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So the next is box 12. Feed the success back into boxes 1, 2, and 3. Remember how Jesus had large gatherings that kept growing in size? Why do you think that kept happening? His success stories spoke volumes. They spread like wildfire that brought in more leads. He could use these sequences of events as marketing material to be able to turn his prospects faster. So how does this translate to you? Go and get those testimonials on your great product as soon as you can so that you can use them for your future sales and marketing materials. Does anybody already have testimonials? And you use them and they work? Okay, proof is in the pudding. So to me, the key to success, in my opinion, to convert prospects faster is to follow the 530 grid consistently and repeatedly. Using Jesus as my example, he did not change his message at all and was willing to die to get it across. Are you willing to give all for your company to be successful if you believe in it? Now, how did I do as a salesperson? So do you think you can make the 530 grid work for your company? If I can do it, every team member in your company can do it, in my opinion. Now, next, are there any questions that anybody has about the 530 grid?
I got one.
Go ahead, Patrick.
How can servicing help to convert prospects faster?
So servicing, way down here. You would think, what does that have to do with sales? For Tanglewood, when our team goes out into the field, installs our beautiful products, they speak with the customer. This customer gives beautiful stories about what they're doing. We feed that back into the sales team. The sales team then uses it as a little seed to tell everybody else. So it converts, it's our customers are our testimonials, and we use them.
What is the 10 strikes? What are those?
10 strategic strikes. I need help on this, and if anybody can help me, what do you think?
So based on different university research, they found that the average contacts it takes to make a sale is somewhere between 6 and 10 touches of a person. They researched salespeople and business owners, and they found that the average business owner or salesperson only makes 1 or 2. And so if we're an employee, which most of us all have been, we're used to maybe doing 70–80% of the work and getting paid 100%. But in sales or owning your own company, if it takes 10 contacts to make a sale and you make 9, you've done 90% of the work, but you won't make anything. And so a 10+ strategic strike is where you've got a system in place where every single prospect that comes in gets touched at least 10 times in a very systematic manner. Great question.
Any other questions? Okay, no, Nicole.
So in your opinion, what box do you think is most effective in building your business?
What box is most effective in building the business? In my opinion, it would be box 1. To me, you need to know who you're going to be selling to, and that drives your marketing and how you deal with people. That's my opinion. Does anybody else have another opinion?
Box 3.
Box 3?
Without a doubt, you have to track who you're talking to and keep in contact with them. You have to have them all in one place, and if you constantly touch out and reach out to them from that one place, your sales will go up. It worked for me.
Anyone else? Go ahead, Rich.
Depending on where you are in your business would determine which box is most demanding or effective. They're all a unit for you to get from A to Z.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer.
I like box 2, creating a message, so that you communicate to them. And I think it goes back to what Kevin shared, his son's life vision was communicating the truth effectively. And when you touch someone's life, how do we communicate a message to them where we can engage them and so they become a prospect?
It's a good answer. Good, Mark.
So, like you gotta watch, okay, a couple people in the room. And so, Nicole and Tim, when they met, and I had the privilege of sitting in. So Nicole kind of drew you into that question, and you all, just like Emily in our fishing story, I mean, she's brilliant with the questions. She's brilliant because right now she's kind of chuckling, and she's probably saying, you know, I set them all up. She's kind of probably thinking, that's kind of like, what's the most important thing on your car? Well, it'd be the wheels, right? Well, yeah, but without a steering wheel. Well, yeah, the engine's pretty... And so I would have to say, and I love connecting with Nicole, because she always has these amazing questions that really make it. So when she asks a question, you might want to pause and think before you give the answer, otherwise she'll draw you in. I would say the most important box of all 30 boxes, I think probably is the achieving your life vision. It's probably the heart and the soul of why you were put on this planet, because it empowers you to do every one of the 30. That's what I would think. Nice question, Nicole. Brilliant.
And I think we'll end on Mark's note, and we'll put Nicole up next, because she's going to be doing DNA for Life.